What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the LDBC, the YTBC, everybody in between. It ain't nobody safe boxing community. Just reacting to the Daniel Jacobs taking on Sulecki fight. I'm gonna say it first. I had Sulecki winning by 1 point. The knockdown made it a little bit closer, but I think you could have made a case for Sulecki winning the 12th round outside the knockdown and gave it a 10-9. I didn't do that. I'm just saying that. And I felt Sulecki dominated this fight. I felt that the HBO commentary and they scoring is biased. And I feel like, it's time to boycott this shit, man. Those wide scorecards, the closest one was Steve White, 7-5. There's no way that this fight was that wide. There's no way, no how. I felt that Sulecki was dominating the fight. Up until the later rounds, I felt that it was a couple close swing rounds in there. A lot of the fellas I was on the live stream with doing the live reaction. We all had Sulecki winning, except for Angel Santos. He had it a draw. I had a 7-4 going into the final round. Obviously, Jacobs got the extra 2 points for scoring the knockdown. I had a 7-6. I felt that Sulecki deserved a win. I felt that Sulecki dominated the fight. I felt that Daniel Jacobs was swinging, was loading up, looking for the knockout, and he was very amateurish tonight, man. Sulecki was hammering him with counter right hands all night. His jab was giving Jacobs everything he wanted and more as far as of a problem. Then he started putting the left hook behind it. I felt that Sulecki was the better fighter tonight, and I thought Sulecki dominated. And I don't agree with those punch stats, man. Like I tell you guys, I never use punch stats as an argument for or against a fighter because it's an opinionated stat. It's a guy that was with a clicker at home or wherever the fuck he at telling you what landed and one didn't land. I don't believe in those punch stats. My eyes told me that Sulecki landed the bigger and more impactful and cleaner shots easy. He was the better boxer in there. He was composed. He wasn't struggling. Jacobs was loading up on everything. And you could tell the concern that was on Jacobs' face and the confusion that was on Jacobs' face and the confusion and concern that was in his corner with Andre Rozier. This guy did not dominate this fight, and I don't see any which way that he won this fight. And like I was on Corey Lee Boxing Talk, we still on. I'm just muted to do this immediate reaction. He was like, do you see it any other way, any close rounds for Danny Jacobs? It could be any swing rounds. This was a case that it was not many swing rounds. I think in the last championship rounds, it was 1 or 2 swing rounds we had. And either for that one, it was a clear Jacobs round or it was a clear Sulecki round. The first round, I think it was a swing round. Even though I gave it to Sulecki, I thought he did the better work. And then every other round there was a clear Danny or was a clear Sulecki round, other than a couple rounds and like from the 8th to like the 12th, the 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th. A couple of those rounds might have been some swing rounds, but other than that, Sulecki was dominated. I had it at 1.6 rounds to 2. Sulecki, he was dominating with the boxing, the composure, walking Danny down. He seemed to be the faster, quicker athlete on his feet. He seemed to be the more methodical boxer in the ring. He seemed to have a way better jab and a way better offense, period. Jacobs was loading up on everything, swinging and missing like a fool. And was he trying to put on his performance in front of Brooklyn? Possibly so. But at the end of the day, it's boxing. You got to let a knockout come to you. You can't go reach for a knockout. You know what I'm saying? The knockouts don't come when you go really looking and searching and playing hide and go seek for them. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He should have been more composed, and just tried to box. I think that Danny Jacobs should have went to the body a little bit more. He was doing some good body work, but he was scared of what was coming back. Every time he tried to throw a punch, he got out of position. Sulecki made him pay for it. And this was a junior middleweight coming in up here doing the work. Imagine if that was somebody with a little bit more pop in their hands, in the ring. They would have stopped Danny Jacobs tonight. Danny Jacobs looked terrible. He took about 10 steps back from the Golovkin fight. And as far as gifts, I feel like he got a gift tonight. I really do. Other than the knockdown, I just felt like he got a gift tonight. I felt that Sulecki truly won that fight. And I can't show no bias. I don't have really a dog in the fight. I like Jacobs, but I feel like Sulecki dominated and won that fight. I don't care what nobody say. And I'm not the only brother that was on the live chat that said that. All of us had it except for Angel Santos. He had it a draw. Honestly, man. And like I said, in the 12th round, even though Jacob scored the knockdown, Sulecki dominated the 12th round as well. And HBO, man, it's just time, man. Just get out the boxing game. If you're going to be that biased and that corrupt, and you're going to pay the judges and Eddie Hearn going to do all that to be the favorite, man, boxing needs to get back to an organic state of really, being clean and unbiased. HBO is so much a company, man, and you get shamed on by them if you speak your mind and tell the truth. And they even had Ray Jones tap dancing tonight as far as for Danny Jacobs. And it's sad, though. It's sad because Danny Jacobs, is a good fighter, but tonight he got his ass whooped for the most part. Truthfully and honestly, he got his ass whooped. He really did. And at the end of the day, they can say what they want to say, man. Or he could be biased for the guy. Go back and watch the tape again. He got fucked up by that right hand and the left hook, and the jab was too much for him to be fucking dealing with tonight. Too much. This dude was swinging and missing. And then he was throwing that sloppy ass uppercut that never landed for shit to the head. And he talking about he want to fight Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo would have fucking Danny Jacobs up there tonight. He would have fucked Danny up. He got a good jab just like Sulecki got. And he got the same type of composure. And he a bigger puncher. He's a bigger fucking specimen in the ring. Danny Jacobs said, oh yeah, if Charlo wants something, come on, boy. Come on, boy. If we can't get the strap. At the end of the day, bro, you don't want them problems. You can say it to the public, wherever you want to say it to. Jamal Charlo is a better caliber fighter than you. He would have knocked you the fuck out tonight. Real shit. Real shit. And he trying to strut himself like he dominated this fight. He gonna look himself in the mirror, sit down, pray, get cleaned up tonight, go to sleep. He know he got his ass whooped. He know he got to get back to the drawing board, dog. That wasn't no clean performance. It was an excellent fight. It was a very, very good fight, man. And I believe that Sulecki won that fight. I don't care what nobody say. I can go back and watch that fight 10 times in a row. I'm gonna get the same scorecard, the same results. Danny Jacobs can walk around Brooklyn like he big shit, dog. And they already know, man. Sulecki was on that ass, man. As far as Sulecki, should he go back up, go back down? I think he could go back up. He'll be a top 4 middleweight, junior middleweight. I think it's probably Charlo, Hurd, Lara, then him. Or whoever you want to see Charlo and Hurd. Shit, he might fuck around and beat Arizona Lara at this point. As far as a middleweight, ain't too much opportunity for Sulecki up here, man. He could fight Spike O'Sullivan. He could fight Andre. As far as getting a title, what's really where it's at is junior middleweight, man. He can get Saddam Ali, but he was the number 1 fighter to Charlo's belt at Jamel Charlo's at junior middleweight, but he may stay up at middleweight. He looked noticeably smaller in there compared to Danny Jacobs tonight. It seemed like Danny Jacobs rehydrated high again tonight. And he needed every extra pound, extra fluid ounce he had in his body to win this fight because he was getting fucked up in this fight. If it was anything Sulecki could have did better in this fight, in my opinion, it might have been a little bit more body work. I think this might be what it was. It might have been just a little bit more body work and a little bit more combination punching, getting the 3 and 4 in a combination. But I don't think he needed to. His right hands was flapping Danny Jacobs' ears back. His left hook started to land. His right hand started to land. His jab was a persistent pest all night to Danny Jacobs. If Danny Jacobs want to go to sleep thinking he's a good fighter, a great fighter, cool. You can go to sleep thinking he dominated or even won this fight. He a motherfucking fool. And if I'm Sulecki, man, my message to Sulecki is keep your head up, man. This corrupt boxing shit one day got to come to an end, man. Because HBO is a corrupt organization, bro. Plain and simple, man. It's a company, HBO A-sided, favorable company, man. You don't get no non-biased shit. It's all biased. It's all sugar-coated. It's all fake shit. And at the end of the day, man, I'm not watching that fucking Triple G violence shit or none of the rest of these bullshit fights HBO gonna put on, as long as they got sorry-ass Lampley on. And, I'm sick of this shit, man. You can't get no pure boxing talk or no close to pure boxing talk on HBO. They're worse than the business on giving unbiased boxing talk. But shout out to Sulecki. Let you know the TBC, the Boxing Clinic and more, got your back, bro. I felt that you won the fight, and the other brothers felt that you won other than Angel Santos. He had it a draw, and I ain't even mad at that. It's TBC and more. Y'all know what it is. We gone.